Good morning, Chris. How are you? How are you doing? Are you enjoying the weekend? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, Chris. Got to work all weekend, but them's the breaks. See if anybody else comes in. Any special plans this weekend? I know the weekends come really fast. Of course, mainly I'm working. I'm only working Wednesdays and weekends now, so it's like my days off fly by, and then I'm like, it's the weekend again. I'm not really fond of working the weekends because that's when I can see my family and I'm not at home. So it kind of stinks. Phew, excuse me. Phew, excuse me. Yeah, the weekends it's going to be like Christmas before we know it. Ooh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Halloween is going to be here before we know it. I mean, we're almost through September already, for heaven's sakes. All the babies are sleeping. I was going to put my phone on top of the cage I got now. It's very small, but it's mainly for the purpose of them taking care of their babies. And then I can take them out and put them in something bigger for them to run around and exercise um, when they want to. But they're doing a good job of taking care of their babies. And I introduced older babies to them last night that they've accepted. So that is very nice. Yeah, it's almost October. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy. Like the year has totally flown by. The one thing about this cage is it may be smaller floor space for them, but they can actually climb because it's got bars. They didn't have climbing ability in the bin, but I still want to be able to provide them time with a bigger floor space. Like I have a short bin um with a lot more floor space that I could put them in for floor time, I suppose, just to give them some running around, you know, time. But they're still doing a good job of taking care of everything because I had to move their bed out of the other container, and it really wasn't, since it was scraps, I couldn't like take it out molded the way they made it. So they had to remake the bed, and they did a good job. Where is everybody in the chat? It's just me. Yeah, for right now, it's just you. It's just you. I know Average Girl is doing wedding stuff today, wedding shopping, family time. You know, this weekend is kind of family time for her. So I was warned that she wasn't coming. We usually have people trickle in. Usually, and lately I had actually been coming on a little bit later. So I'm a little early compared to the last few streams. There is Southern Belle. Hello. Sure, Chris. Let me put. How are you doing, Southern Belle? I'm. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but thank you. Now we're getting some more people. I was actually going to put my phone on the top of the cage so you guys can look down on the mice and the babies for observation purposes if you wish. Right now mom and dad are both out of the nest running around and eating and drinking and climbing and everything. The babies are sleeping. Thank you. But if you guys want to watch them, I can actually open the door on the top. There's only one door on this little cage, and it's on the roof. And I can lay my phone down on it, and the whole floor space is viewable. I just gotta do it supervised because I don't want them to get out of the space that my phone provides. But instead of bringing home additional adult mice, which is what my original plan was, I brought home babies, but I didn't. I brought home older babies. I brought home fuzzies. I was gonna bring home more pinkies because they were easier to look at their sexes. There, Chris. Good
Hey,
morning, Chris.
Patty.
How are you doing?
I'm alright.
Good. Oh, some of the babies came out of the nest. That was another thing. Some of the fuzzies or walk, even though they still can't see anything or hear anything, they will gladly roam the cage.
Mm-hmm.
It's rather cute. You look like you just woke up.
Yeah.
I did too, actually, not that long ago. So I gotta have my
That's
coffee.
too last stream really, huh?
Mhm.
Mm.
I gotta do it earlier so that I can work. I work at 3 today.
Mm. I can't believe the weekend came fast. Like,
It
sheesh.
did. It always comes fast, I find, anymore.
Yeah. And this month of September is going by so fast. Like, sheesh.
Yep, September's going to be over, and before we know it, it's going to be October, and then before we know it, it's going to be November. Before we know it, it's going to be Christmas. Down the wormhole. Good morning. How are you?
Mm. Still trying to wake up yet.
Sometimes it's not easy to wake up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Working on a video? Cool. I got to do my breeding series video before I go to work, too. My little breeding series. I'm not enjoying this working all weekend, every weekend business. I used to work every Saturday anyway, but I always had every other Sunday off, and now they're making me work every Sunday, and I'm not impressed.
Oh.
Not impressed because that's when I can spend time with my husband and my son, and because that's the only time he's here is on the weekend, and I'm at work.
Yeah.
It stinks. Mice down the wormhole. I decided because there is a severe, and you probably almost know this because you've got snakes. I think though that you feed them frozen, right? Or do you feed them live? Because there is a severe feeder shortage with rats and mice. Um, we get a decent amount um, when we do get them, but then they sell out like that. I mean, we just got our shipment of feeders yesterday, and we're nearly out of pinkies already. And we're not going to get more until Friday. Um, the last you feed frozen, we tend to have more frozen. We don't usually run out of frozen, although we did run out of frozen rats. Um, uh, we did run out of frozen rats last week before the shipment came. Um, oh, that's good that you've got mouse breeders, and we don't. We don't. And it sounds like our store is the only one that sells live. And we last week we got our shipment on Friday, and by Sunday we were completely out of everything. Rats, mice, everything, we were out. And we had people coming in every single day asking for feeders, and we had to turn them away because we didn't have any. So on Sunday, these people actually surrendered a couple of mice to us. They were a breeding pair, and they had babies. They had a litter of 6 babies that were born that day. So we took the pinkies and we put them in with our moms so that they can take care of them. And I took the breeding pair home. But then on Wednesday, I was like, you know what? In order to get this moving, I need more than one breeding pair. And it's really hard to find I don't want to just grab a bunch of grab a bunch of mice and hope I got a male and a female, because they're really hard to sex when they're wiggling around. And so I went, and it's easier for me to sex the pinkies because there's a way to tell. So I picked out a male and a female pinky out of their babies because we still had them. And I think it was because originally we were sold out and people didn't, some of the workers didn't realize that we had pinkies again. So they were still there. And I took 2 of them and introduced them back to the parents. And then yesterday, when we got our shipment, I was going to take some more pinkies home, but we had a bunch of them, and now we're nearly out again. So I left the pinkies alone, and I went for some fuzzies. I got 4 fuzzies and introduced them to them, and they're taking care of those now. So I'm hoping to get some pairs out of those and then start doing some breeding so that when we run out, I have something to offer. We do sell a lot of rats. We go through our small ones the fastest, I think. Our small ones and our mediums. Huh, yeah, we don't have anywhere else in town that does live feeders. So everybody comes to us and we run out like that. Oh, it's okay, Evie. Welcome, welcome. You're not that late. Yeah, we don't have. So, yeah, everybody comes to us and then we run out and then they're mad, but they only send us so many and then we're screwed. So I was like, you know what? There's going to be money in this. And even though it's going to be really hard for me because they're super cute, I love watching them. I love watching the process. They're good parents. Dad helps make the nest. Um, he'll lay in the nest with mom with the babies. She's in there right now with them. He's not. Actually, he looks like he's got. Mom is in the nest with the babies, and yet at the same time, there is a fuzzy that crawled out to the dad, and he is cleaning. He's cleaning the fuzzy. He's cleaning the baby. So they're both really good parents. And once these babies are weaned, I'll just take them out of the cage and put them in something else. Um, so that they can grow up and hopefully pair off and stuff. But I've got shredded paper towel and yarn scraps in there that they make their bed with. They make the nest with. And they're so good. They're good parents. And and I want these babies to grow up so that they can be pairs. And after that, then I'll start, giving away the babies and stuff. But that's going to be hard for me to do because they're just so stinking cute. But it's going to be easier for me to do than it is with the rats, because my rats are, the rats are the pets. But Yeah, I think it's gonna be, and I haven't named them. My son told me don't name them or you'll get attached, even though I still think they're cute. Um, when I go, oh look at, he's like, stop adoring them, but I can't. It's hard. It's hard. They're cute. They are. They're cute, and I wish I could just let them all live, you know. But there is a demand for the feeders, and I might as well, you know, take advantage of that. Thank you, Southern Belle. I need to get a new budgie. My 6-year-old budgie Brody died. Oh, budgies are awesome. I love budgies. They don't call them budgies around here. They call them parakeets. But I grew up calling them budgies. When I said something about a budgie, I think, I don't know if it was my husband. It was somebody I knew was like, "What's a budgie?" I'm like, "A parakeet." Oh, a parakeet. Why are you calling it a budgie? What is it? Because that's originally what it is. Parakeet is just something the U.S. calls it. It is a budgie. Budge, budgie, budgie. My yeah, they're chirping. My neighbors have about 6 or 7 budgies. They have a big cage in their back porch. They're screened in back porch. And I'm every time I walk outside, I can hear them. My aunt and uncle had one. His name was Georgie, and they had him for 14 years. They had him for 14 years, and he would talk all the time, like not just chirping. He would talk. Um, he would mimic some of their phrases. Like my cousin's name was Laura, and they would call their daughter down for, it's supper time, Laura, and that's what Georgie would say a lot. It's supper time, Laura. Supper time, Laura. Brody would get, yeah, because he's jealous. He's like, you're not paying attention to me. You're not loving me. Get off that phone. Good morning, Barry. I lost Chris. So yeah, I can. What are we doing? Are we making 2 nests? What's going on? We got some babies with mom, and we got some babies with dad. And dad looks like he's rearranging the nest a little bit. You're traumatized. I had a nightmare about waking up and it was a school day. Oh, you know how many times when I was younger I would do that? I would wake up on a Saturday thinking I overslept and that I was late for school. I've done that. I've done that. I think everybody's done that. But do you guys want to see them? I can click the link and join Hangouts from my phone. Hangouts. StreamYard from my phone and prop it up on top of the cage so you're looking straight down at what they're doing. When you're just sleeping there and then the light of death comes on. Our budgie, when I was young, Misty would mimic the phone ringing and danced around when we. Aw, that's cute. That's cute. Can I see how you walk in heels? I don't wear heels. I don't wear heels. It hurts my feet and it hurts my calves. I get my muscles and my calves hurt. I don't wear heels. And if I do, it's not very often. I've got like maybe one pair. I don't even know where they're at. still do that. It's just called work. Yes, exactly. Wake up and like, I'm late for work. Had you ever dreamed about going to the bathroom? And I have dreamt about going to the bathroom, and no, I haven't actually peed the bed. Thank goodness. No hot Cheetos for breakfast. Oh, Lord have mercy. No. If that was the first thing I ate in the morning, I'd have the fiery craps all day. With my scoliosis, I can't balance in heels. I feel like I walk really awkwardly in heels, so I don't even do it. And then if I do wear them, even just short ones for any length of time, by the time I'm out of them, my calves hurt. Because I end up, when you walk differently like that, then you're using different muscles. When I used to pee the bed, I wouldn't tell anyone. I would wait for everyone to leave and throw them in the washer. Yeah, my son was kind of like that too, and he still periodically had wet the bed until he was about 10 years old. So he was really embarrassed about that. He wouldn't want to go to any sleepovers or anything, which I understood. And then boom, one day he was just done. And it didn't seem to matter. Like I wouldn't give him anything to drink before bed, but he would still wet the bed. But then one time he had like this ginormous slushy, and then he went to bed and he didn't wet the bed that night. And I'm like, last night we were talking about how many tattoos and piercings they have. I asked them how many varicose veins that I have. I don't have any tattoos, and I've got piercings in my ears, but boy, there's a lot of squeaking going on in here. Um, I've talked about getting a tattoo, but I haven't done that yet. Oh, sorry, Barry. And that's another thing too, is that his dad would want him to go to camp in the summer for a week, and he would have anxiety over that because he didn't want to wet the bed at camp. You only have so many sleeping bags. Arabelle, good morning. How are you doing? There's a little bit of the cage here. It's a small little cage. It's technically a portable cage, but they're in it for viewing purposes. And the parents can definitely come out to exercise in something bigger. But for taking care of babies, it's just fine. I have a lot of scars there, enough. So no tattoos. I'm doing good. Yeah, I didn't know where I would get a tattoo because, they say that there are more painful places and less painful places. So I, of course, want a less painful place, but I want it to be viewable. I want it to be viewable to people, and I want it to be viewable to me. I don't want to like get it on the back of my shoulder where I won't ever see it, you know. I want to be able to admire it too. Like maybe like there or some, I don't know. But I don't like needles for one. I'm not great with pain tolerance. So I've talked about it for like 5 years and I haven't done it yet. And it's got to be something pet related, of course, too. I thought about doing paw prints for each of my animals that passed away. But I don't know. I haven't totally decided. I got a scar on my head from a buggy when I was little. I probably got scars. My son's got a scar in his eyebrow because he was wearing some mask or something around Halloween, and his stepbrother like smacked him in the face accidentally, I believe. But the mask ended up cutting his eyebrow, and he's got a scar there now. I had 12 operations to drain 17 skin abscesses. Luckily, took antibiotics for 4 months. And wow, that's crazy. Hey, Crystal, how are you? See, I thought a week for my video upload of animal pictures. I thought that was good. Like, I expected that it was gonna feel like forever, and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna have to start thinking about uploading already. Like, it's Saturday. I said Monday was the cutoff, so Monday. Just a reminder: if you have pets and you want them to make it into my video, I have an email in the description. Email me pictures of your pets. They will make it into the video. You couldn't get her name right. I am kind of surprised you're up. You're a teenager. I thought you'd sleep in. I still have plenty of room to add more people's pictures of their pets. I got some, but I didn't get tons. So there's plenty of room for more pictures. Next time you have a game, I'm winning. It looks like everybody really enjoyed the pickle. Everybody enjoyed the pickle. The pickled passion. What should I do for breakfast? Ice cream? Cereal? Toast? That was cute. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. And I didn't even sleep well that night because I laid in bed kind of rewatching some of it and I was laughing my butt off. It was funny. And my husband, I told him about it and I was like, I was kind of glad I was home by myself because in order to make the pickle do funny things, I was like, kind of, and he was like sitting there just laughing. I was like, to make the pickle do what it did. I was like, yeah, when you're trying to make uh a filter, be funny, you make yourself look like you got to sit in the loony bin. You want to see the behind? I could do outtakes of the pickle. Oh man, I was like, oh, making face. I was like, I felt ridiculous making faces at the camera. But it was fun. It was definitely fun. And then, of course, I did the shout out video, and I was like, it's time to do a shout out. I gotta name the winner. Being all crazy. Oh man, it was fun though. It is definitely fun. I don't know when the next time is I can do an evening stream, but I usually try and reserve those for when my husband's out of town, but this is the time of year where his schedule slows down for out of town overnights. So maybe he'll be okay with me doing them sometimes when he is home. But I've been trying to just save those for when he isn't here. Just so I don't take time away from him since my times to actually see him are either in the evenings or the weekends, and now I have to work the weekends. So, yes, yes, I've noticed that it doesn't sit long. But I feel that way about McDonald's too. You can eat and feel satisfied, and then like an hour later, it's like I'm hungry. But I've noticed that with Chinese food too, depending on what it is you're eating. I can make noise at 1:53 a.m. My daughter, she's 20. She doesn't work on the weekends, but during the week she works overnight. She works 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So she's never here. That I just got to be, not horribly when I go upstairs. I can't be horribly loud up there because that's when she's sleeping is during the day because of working at night. All right, Dee, have a good day. It was good to see you. What, Barry? I hear some squeakings going on. It's funny, she's got a bigger mound of babies now because I brought 4 fuzzies home, and then she's got her 2 pinkies, and she's like trying to let them nurse. There's a big mound under her. I'm gonna sit on the porch and be on my phone like that one time. Be right back. Gonna pour my tea. Alrighty. You guys want to observe the mice? Do you guys want me to put the camera on the mice? Do you want to watch them? I can lay my phone right on top and we can look down at them and see the entire floor. So we can see where the nest is and see what they're doing when they walk away and all of that. Yeah, she is a good mouse mom. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, she is just kind of sprawled on top of the little baby mound right now. It's funny. A little more full in that nest, isn't it? You would love to see them? All right. Let me put this up again. Paste. And I can add it to my, whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to, oh no! I don't want to wiggle you guys too much. Okay. joining Hangouts with my phone. You might even hear them squeaking because there's some squeaking going on. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm muting this mic because I'm going to use this mic. Hold on. There we go. All right. There we go. Can you see them? Over by the tube is Dad, and obviously Mom is in the nest sitting on all the babies. What age do the mice get their fur? The website says about a week. It's usually about when they're a week old, they will start to get their hair. They will start getting some hair. And the pinkies, the two pinkies that are literally their babies, were born on Sunday. So tomorrow they'll be a week. So they'll start getting their hair. I did bring 4 fuzzies home. My voice is going away. I did bring 4 fuzzies home yesterday that are somebody else's babies, but she's accepted them. Some of them are, I think, older fuzzies. And then there's like a new fuzzy in there. But because there is a couple of fuzzies that are a little older, and they will wander around the cage. They can't see yet. They still have their eyes closed. They can't see, but they're walking all over the place sometimes. Hey, Vanessa. If you didn't find who, I think it's for the one. They look like hacky sacks. This way, viewing them like this, so now they're both in the nest with the babies, but viewing them like this, I feel like it's less invasive, because before in the bin, I would take the lid off and they're like, hey, what's going on? And they'd be paying attention to me. This way, I just open the little trap door on the roof and lay my phone down on top of it, and they're just doing their own thing. This cage is smaller than the bin was, the floor space, but they can climb the sides. There was a wheel, but it took up even more floor space. So I took that out. This is allowing them to have a water bottle, so they stop putting their bedding in the water. And I can take the parents out for some floor time and put them in a bigger bin just so they can run around and stuff. But when they're spending a lot of time in the nest, they really don't need that. Do you hear the squeaking? Have a good day, Vanessa. I could see the babies underneath her poking her around. I wish I could zoom in. It's so cute. But yeah, she's a good mama. She's accepted those fuzzies, even though they are not her babies. She's accepted them. She's feeding them. I thought the squeaking was my nose. No, it's the mice. It's the mice. I don't know if it's the parents or the babies, but somebody's squeaking. It's always nice in the mornings. I love fall mornings. Nice and crisp air. And I like that now I can have you guys watch them and I'm not even holding my phone. I just laid it on the top of the cage. There's so many animal noses. Oh, animal noises, not noses. Yeah, I love listening to the birds, the crickets, frogs if there are any. Um, just I love noises. I love nature noises. The traffic blowing by my house does not help. Kind of takes away from it, but look at that little fuzzy. The little fuzzy mouse. Mom looks so uncomfortable. She's like, there are too many of you underneath me. Oh, living near train tracks. Yeah. We used to live near train tracks when I was a kid, and I'd lay in bed, and a train would be going by on the track, and my room would shake, my bed would shake. I was like, ah. Hey, Bob, how are you doing? You're just looking in on my mice this morning, being good little parents that they are. Mama's being so good, feeding her babies. Dad is hanging out with them. My dad had to work today, which kind of sucks. It does suck. You weld, Bob? My stepdaughter said that one time that she wanted to learn how to weld. I don't know why. I don't know why that was the one thing that she thought about doing. She also talked about construction. Mhm. Just watching the babies crashing through the trees around are turning orange. Scaring me. It's because fall is coming. I'm surprised they're changing already, honestly. I feel like around here they don't change. They're probably changing in Canada. They change faster there where I'm originally from. They change faster there than they do here. I like fall, especially in the morning, and then I like what I miss about living back home in Canada is seeing the leaves changing on the mountains. Mountains are like gorgeous when the leaves change. And I miss those views. I used to be able to see that all the time when I lived at home. so nice and warm now. I don't want it to go. I like I like the I like the cool I like the cool mornings, in the fall. When it's cool and it can warm up during the day, just not too hot. And then I like when it's just nice and cool in the morning where you can, I don't know, a little nip in the air. I like the sound of more forks. They sound like they say more pork. More pork. Oh, that little fuzzy's walking around on the parents. It's busy in there in the nest. I will have to let you guys see at one point the actual pinkies. The pinkies are actually their babies. And I want you guys to see when they do start changing into fuzzies. The fuzzies are their adopted children that I brought home yesterday, and they've accepted. You'll try to go live this weekend? Awesome. Have a good day at work, Bob. I got to work today too. There's a pinky laying upside down here, and I just want to check on him. I want to make sure that he's getting everything he needs. He's twitching, but I just want to make sure he's okay. Give me a second. I'm going to turn off I didn't mean to turn off the camera, but I want to check on this. Oh no, he's good. He's moving now, I believe. Yeah. He is turning into a little tiny fuzzy, I think. But yeah, he's moving now, so I was going to check on him. I just wanted to make sure all was well. But now you can see both of us, Paige and me. You should, Barry. You should give it a try. In my work outfit. Ooh, no. I don't want to do it that way. You'll be nervous. I was nervous for my first one. I was nervous for the first few. It was awkward. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. I feel like I should move the water bottle from where it is to like over here, away from the nest. I should move it. They look like they do. They when they start getting their peach fuzz hair, they start looking like little powdered peanuts. Yeah, that the dad is there cleaning himself, but he hangs out at the nest and he helps her make the nest. Sometimes she's laying in there with him and he's pulling pieces of paper towel over and you know, redoing it a little bit. And last night when we went to bed, all of the scraps, there were some scraps spread out to the other side, so they've moved it. All into that corner. They've moved it because before it was more spread out when I put it in there. And they've moved it all over into the corner. She's laying there and they're like moving around. She's like, gee whiz. Such a good mama. It's gotta be uncomfortable. Laying on all these little wigglies. I do too, Barry. I do miss him a lot. It's odd for me to look in the cage in the enclosure and only see Hera. Yeah, he does, and he's cleaned them too. He's a good dad. Yeah, they're good. They're good parents. I can definitely see that some of them are nursing. Some of them are just laying there sleeping in the pile, and some of them are literally nursing. And she just looks very uncomfortable. I'm just hoping that the fuzzies aren't gonna like steal all of her time and not let the pinkies eat. You gotta make sure the pinkies can eat. Because right now the fuzzies are nursing. Milo's up there eating all the food he wants and is partying with the animals. Yep. Yep, that's right. Yeah, the fuzzies right now are nursing. Oh, have you had enough? She's like, you've had enough. She knocked one of them off. Can your actual baby have some food? They're so sweet. So sweet. Where'd Dad go? Oh, he's in the tube. It's probably just dew, morning dew. Usually there's gonna be like morning dew on the grass. Even if it didn't rain, it'll be wet. Must have tinkled. Hey Lewis, how are you doing today? Thank you. I like when it starts to get colder in the morning instead of just morning dew, it's gonna be frost. Good morning, average girl. We're in a restaurant, so I can't hear anything, but we're popping. Okay, I'll type. She can't hear nothing. Yeah, I love watching. I love watching them. I love walking on frozen, crunchy grass too. What am I eating? I'm not eating. Oh, her. I'm not eating nothing. I'm drinking coffee. Oh, the Fuzzy's cleaning himself now. He's had his milk. He's washing his face. Probably can't see him. He blends into the paper towel. Make the screen bigger. Really didn't make it bigger. It just centered it. Biscuits and gravy at the Cracker Barrel. I haven't been to the Cracker Barrel in like 20 years. No, maybe it's more like 18 years. Close enough. I haven't eaten anything yet either, Barry. I feel your pain. Mama was just literally nursing, guys. I was gonna talk to Average Girl and she can't hear me. I gotta type. Tell her I said bye. Okay, here. There we go. So busy in the nest. Busy, busy. I did not. Oh, silly. Yeah, little squeaks. Little squeakies. She looks like she's cleaning them now. Yep, she's licking a Fuzzy's head. She's cleaning the babies. Look at how cute. Some of them are still trying to nurse while she's doing her thing. Such a good mama. And it's hard enough for a human to take care of one baby. And look at her. She's got 6. She's taking care of 6. Lord have mercy. But she also has more nipples. All right, Barry. If I could just lay down on the floor and let the babies do their thing. Good morning, Denny. I did have a hard time sleeping the other night because I was laying in bed rewatching some of the stream and I was busting up laughing. I think I was awake until like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was laying there trying to sleep and I was just like, I can't, I'm too wired up. Maine Coon cat. Really? I didn't know that. They can take care of up to 12 at one time, Barry. So she's only taking care of 6. Right now she just totally left the nest, so the babies are all by themselves. Look at all them little nuggets. There's 2 pinkies in there that are getting ready to be fuzzies, and then there's 4 fuzzies in there. The 4 fuzzies are her adopted children. The pinkies are literally hers. She has taken in the fuzzies just like they were her own. Look how wiggly they are. Coon? People use that term for a raccoon, and there's a Maine Coon cat, and now it's racist. Jeez. So yeah, mice can take care of up to 12 babies at one time. She's only got 6 that she's taking care of. They can give birth to up to 14, so I feel bad for the additional 2 when they can only take care of up to 12. I'm glad that she didn't have 14. Her other original 4 got sold as feeders, but I brought those 4 fuzzies home last night. Cleaned them off so they didn't smell like other parents, and she's accepted them. Where does the father work? What father? Who father? What? This mouse father? He eats, and sometimes I think he brings food over to her, but there's other times that she will literally just leave the nest. He helps make the nest. He sits with the baby sometimes to keep them warm. He must have a good job. All those babies. That little fuzzy's there is annoying, Mom. Ryan, jump on your face. Ooh, Chinese leftovers. Yum. So dang squeaky. Yeah. It's especially loud at work because we have so many mice. At least to start out, we have so many mice. We're going to sell out real quick. In fact, we got a buttload of pinkies yesterday and we're nearly out. Which is why I didn't bring more pinkies home. I was originally going to bring more pinkies home so they'd be around the same age as her 2, but I didn't want to take away from what was there because they were disappearing quick, so I took the fuzzies instead. Remember your language, Barry. I know you're just using whatever the initials. All right, Vanessa. Hope you have a good day. Thanks for stopping, even for just a minute. Yeah, Eric, I brought 4 fuzzy mice home yesterday, so they still need to nurse. Their eyes are still closed, their ears are still closed, but they do have hair, and Mama has accepted them as hers, so she's taking care of them. Oh, a balloon race? Oh, today's a balloon race, Eric? That's cool. Something crazy just happened. I went to the sour sauce, the sweet and sour sauce, and felt like jello. Possibly because it's cold, you might heat it up and it might like ungel. Hey, Jenny. Laundry, housework, and a birthday party. Oh, whose birthday party? Yeah, it was in the fridge. Probably just needs to warm up. Tomfoolery's going on. Now, sometimes that just happens with some things when it's cold. It'll gel up or whatever. My gravy, when I make gravy, it does that. But then when you heat it up, it liquidizes again. Today is the Forest Park Balloon Race. That is cool. One of our nephews is turning 9 today. Ooh, sweet. Tell him happy birthday. Sweet and sour Jello. Have some Jello. You're silly. Silly Barry. One of the pinkies is like kissing mom's face. You see that? So cute. He's like totally at her face. I hope some of the pinkies are under her nursing now. The looks like they are under there. So the fuzzies had their food. Okay. I spent yesterday with my bestie. I was a happy camper. Oh, I wish I had a bestie. My bestie is in Canada. I don't have a bestie around here. It's hard to find really, really, really good friends as an adult, that doesn't already have a bestie, because um, you know, usually that's those besties are coming from childhood, you know, and my childhood friends are all in Canada and I'm not. So I don't have a bestie here. And I've lived here for 20 years. No bestie for me. I moved away from my bestie, sadly. I have a friend back home. I had coffee with her when I was visiting. And when I was visiting in August, we've known each other since probably like the 3rd grade. So we had some coffee, and Ness is my bestie. Her bestie lives 30 minutes away. I live further than that. I live like an hour. Well, not quite an hour. 45 minutes to an hour away from Ness, and I've only met her one time in person. I do have a fairly good friend that I met at work. A couple of years ago, we met at work, and we go to the same church, but she's so busy. She's a single mom and, that kind of thing. She's so busy. It's hard to get together. We got different work schedules. I don't get to see her really on Sundays now because I have to work. So I feel like she's, close to being a bestie, at least for me, but at the same time, she's got friends that she knew before me that she's real close with. So she's got, established friendships too. My cat Shadow is like all up in there. She's like staring at them because she can hear the squeaking. Yeah, for meeting on here, I feel like we're pretty good friends. And meeting in person kind of makes that more real than just being an online presence. We'll have to get together sometime without without YouTube as the focus, like making any videos, and just have coffee or something. It's a long way to drive for that, though. But it's doable. My sister's getting married November 2nd. Oh, no, you got one sister getting married November 2nd and one sister getting married in March. I was going to say March 20th. That's cool. Starbucks. Yes. Lunch. Definitely have to make it more worth it. We have to do lunch, not just coffee. What are you buying me? Somehow Barry's got this idea that he's invited Vanessa. Oh. Now Dad's in the mix here. It looks like Mom is, well, who's on top? It looks like I can't tell who's Mom and Dad now. We got one underneath that I would assume is Mom, but Dad's sprawled out on top with his legs all funky. Meet in the middle of us, and yeah. And Barry, you're not invited. you you just tell him bluntly, you're not invited. What's in the middle of us? What's between you and me? A halfway point. Hey D90, how are you doing? Good to see ya. Because it's lady time. We're going to talk about things that a teenage boy shouldn't know about. I could bring Ian with me. I'll bring Ian with me, and you guys can do your own thing. You could have guy time because you're close to the same age. You're turning 17 in October, right? Well, he turned 17 in July, so you're close enough to the same age. You guys can hang out. Hey, Big Ben, how are you doing? I need coffee so bad. I feel sleepy still. I'm almost finished my coffee. No sleepy now? Nope, no teenagers. Teenagers. Ian's actually going today with his dad and his girlfriend to a Comic-Con in Lansing, Michigan. His dad is bringing him to pick her up because she lives in Michigan. And then picking her up, and then they're going to Lansing for the Comic-Con. Yeah, you can't see me because I have the camera on the mice. Here, you want to see me? Hello. French vanilla cappuccino. I'm now at home. My sister's what? Yow. Maybe this one is mom. Hi. It's got to be. Yeah, they're nursing. That's mom. Mom was the one sprawled out funny. Dad was underneath. She looks so uncomfortable. They're like the babies are making her look so uncomfortable. She's like, geez, I'm just trying to lay here comfy, and they're like little tiny things just grabbing onto me. Such a good mama. I don't know. I haven't decided what we're gonna do. Is your birthday literally Halloween? Some banana bread. It's super close though. What day is it on? Little mouse squeakies. Little mices. I just get mesmerized watching them do their thing. I want to miss my birthday this year so I could be 42 years for another year, right? I'm like, I used to look forward to my birthdays, and now I'm like, oh, my birthday. I like the attention on my birthday, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to be another year older. Can I just say it's a mom day, it's a me day, and not be another year? Okay, really need to get back to do stuff. Bye. Have a great day. Have fun at the birthday party. Back, my phone died. I had to run upstairs to get my charger. Yeah. What did you say after my last message? About your birthday being super close? I was just like, I asked you what day it was. I heated this up on some of it is still like jello. Huh. I don't know. It's the 22nd? Okay, I'll put that, I'll make a note of that. Are you breaking the plum pudding? I will make a note. Barry's birthday, October 22nd. Oops. My birthday is April 15th. Who's 42? I'm not. I'm older. Abby's Animals. Hello, Abby. How are you? Poor mama. Look at how she just looks like she's. I would be so annoyed if I was trying to lay there and they were like poking and pushing and. No talking about age. Yeah, I'm an old lady. I've got adult. Well, I was gonna say I have adult children. Well, I have adult stepchildren, but my son is getting there too. Next year he'll be a legal adult. He'll be 18. I'm old. Aren't they cute, Abby? Yeah, mom, both of them are really good parents. I am impressed with them, and they took in those other those four fuzzies aren't even their original babies, and they took them in just like they were. They only have two babies. There's six babies in there, and two of them are actually theirs. The other four are adopted. And their two are actually younger. But she is perfectly okay to take care of the older ones. He's drinking water. Yeah, he actually will lay in the nest with them. He will make the nest. He's good. He's a good daddy. Every now and then I'll watch him pick up a piece of the nest and bring it in closer or, whatever. There, he just did it. He grabbed a piece and brought it closer. Did you see that? He's a good daddy. Now he's back in the nest. It was very cool to watch them be parents. They may be little ass hats, mice, but they're definitely good parents. Although you got some animals where the dad does a lot of the work, like betta fish. Betta fish, mom lays the eggs and then you take her out. It's dad who takes care of the nest, takes care of the babies until they're free swimming. So kudos to some of the dads. Mom did her duty by just laying the eggs, and then you got to take her out. Aw, I'm sorry, Barry. You need new sauce. I don't know. I don't know what's up with your sweet and sour sauce. I don't know. I would be too. Be like, dang, that's what makes it even better is the sauce. Oh, wiggle in there, little pinky. Get your share of the milk. He took his little opportunity. He's like, I'm going in. Make way. I got so full so fast last night, though. Took my little sister's egg roll. You stole her egg roll? Huh. I don't know if I don't care for egg rolls. I'm not an egg roll person. 5 out of 10. Oh, look, some of the babies are trying to nurse. She's walking away and they're like gripping onto her and she's dragging them. I'm a picky eater, so there's some Chinese food. I don't like the Chinese noodles. I don't like rice. I'm more of I like the meats and stuff. Oh, a 6 out of 10. I really like crab rangoon though. I love crab rangoon. I love me some of that. One of my coworkers, she'd never had crab rangoon, so she ordered herself some. We've got a Chinese restaurant like a couple doors down from where we work. Look at a fuzzy wandered away. He's just he can't see anything. He's just going for a stroll. Um, but she ordered some crab rangoon and it was like a pack of 6. And she tasted one and she didn't like it. So she was like, "Here you go." And I'm like, "Awesome. I'm so glad I suggested you try crab rangoon because now they're mine." I got to enjoy it. Those fuzzy babies are not theirs. I brought them home yesterday from our new shipment at work. I bought 4 fuzzies and I brought them home and they've accepted them as theirs. The pinkies are theirs. There are 2 of them are theirs. Um, but yeah, they're still wandering around too. Starting to get a little bit of peach fuzz. They're starting to get into the fuzzy stage, but they are younger, probably about a week younger than these fuzzies. You may be overreacting just because you're freaking out over the sauce. You're freaking out over the weirdness of the sauce. Because my stomach will hurt if I think maybe I ate something that was bad and then I worry about it and then my stomach will hurt. So don't worry. You'll be fine. You thought you were going to die when you ate those expired pancakes. And you're still there. You're still going. Stop picking at it. The pancakes. Yeah, that one baby that's more up in the yarn, that's one of the pinkies. That's one of her babies, and he is getting a little peach fuzzy. He's getting a little white hue on him because he's getting little peach fuzz. Aw, she's cleaning off some of the fuzzies. They're so freaking cute. They are really insistent that they want to eat. I can't eat much as I have gastroparesis, which means it takes me. Ooh, that's not good. I don't know if you don't let them just they don't smell it. Have some jello. Awesome. Abby's almost at 220 subscribers. She hit 200 in my live stream a few days ago. That's so awesome. She's so close to 220. If you don't have Abby's animals, grab her up. She is 12 years old and does videos about her pets, and she's very knowledgeable. I was very impressed with her videos. Very impressed. Yesterday at work, I was like all sorts of Abby can tell you, Abby, do rabbits need hay? You tell me as a 12-year-old, do when you have a rabbit, do they need to eat hay? And what percentage of their diet is it? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I know you have a rabbit, so. Yes, they need to eat hay. Do you know what the percentage of their diet it is? Well, it got quiet. There's no squeaks or anything. One of the babies is all by itself. I feel like I should move it back. Yes, it's 80% of their diet. And that, like, we had a lady come in yesterday. She said she already has a rabbit. She was interested in one of our other rabbits and she wanted to get the rabbit. But in order to get the warranty, you have to buy, the stuff that they need. They need to buy a bag of hay. They need to get, whatever. Why do I need to buy hay? She doesn't feed her other rabbit hay. She literally admitted, all she feeds her rabbit at home is pellets. I wanted to scream. I wanted to grab that lady by the shoulders and shake her because she she doesn't feel it is necessary for her rabbits to have hay. And we're trying to tell her. And one of the salespeople, she was upset too. And she was like, without being rude, she's like, here's one of the basic care sheets that tells you what their diet should be and the percentage of their diet. Just so that, she could see, like, for heaven's sakes, information is at our fingertips on the internet. She could look up what is a domesticated rabbit's diet, and she will see that the main staple of their diet is hay. But she doesn't think it's necessary, and it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. So, not on the phone, Barry. StreamYard doesn't have an app. But yeah, she did end up buying the hay so she could get the warranty on the rabbit. But I'll bet you that once she runs out of that hay, she'll never buy hay again. And it just drives me insane that people don't know what they're doing and they just buy animals for the sake of having them because they're cute and fuzzy, but have no idea how to take care of them. And there's no excuse in this day and age with information at their fingertips. It just drives me crazy. Throat puncher. I wanted to, and I wanted to say, you can't have this rabbit. And I feel sorry for the rabbit that you have. Like, oh, I wanted to be rude because it drives me insane. Yeah, guinea pigs too. They need hay just as much. And people don't understand that. People just don't. Oh, it drives me crazy. And she wanted to get this, she was getting this really small cage too for the rabbit. And I was like, oh, it drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. But then one other person too wanted to get a rabbit, and then, oh, so and so is going to come in next week and buy hay. Well, no, what is the rabbit going to do in the next week? It needs hay now. Like, I don't understand people. I don't understand people. Why are you buying animals that you know nothing about? Do the research. Do the research. Do the research. There's no, I mean, back then, yeah, way back before there was Google and you could look a bunch of things up, I had a rabbit and I didn't provide pay 24/7. It was free range, so I wasn't doing that part wrong, but there are still things that I didn't know back then that I know now, but information wasn't as readily available and it gets more accurate as time goes on. So yeah, I'm like, oh my Lord, have mercy. Like, there is no excuse to not have the information. All right, Evie, have a great sleep. Take care. And I don't give my rabbit pellets at all. I didn't even give my guinea pigs pellets. Every now and then I did, but they're more fattening. And they get what they need out of their hay. And then of course they would get some veggies. Yes, I watch Little Adventures all the time. And you notice she doesn't give them pellets at all either. She gives them their hay, she gives them veggies, and then they get pea flakes for like treats and stuff. She doesn't feed them pellets. Yeah, I watch Little Adventures all the time. I love her videos. If you leave a link, Passion, I could show you my game collection. What do you mean leave a link? Yeah, I watch Little Adventures and then I watch oh geez, what's her I forget her channel name is lost to me, but she's got more guinea pigs than Little Adventures does. And she lives in Canada and she's got skinny pigs too. Oh, okay. Oh, you can email me too. You want to come up on panel so bad. Oh, I just want to be safer than sorry. And now that I've got haters, I definitely don't want to give anybody an excuse to try and report me for doing something. I want to be a pet tuber to spread the right information about pet care. You're on the right track, Abby. Everybody starts somewhere, and you are already giving proper information out on your channel about the animals that you have. So you're on the right track for sure. They once were small YouTubers as well. Yeah, I have haters now. Not dropping any names because I've been accused of degrading people and dropping names and that kind of thing, and I haven't done that. But there's been a little bit of drama, and I've been dragged through the mud, and we're talking vaguely about something and not even naming names. So I just, I know I've got haters now, and they'll come in and they'll lurk, and then they'll report back to friends, and then give inaccurate information, and then I get dragged. So it's all good though. I don't drag anybody. Even now, I've just talked a little bit about the situation, but I haven't named any names. If they want to call themselves out, that's fine. But I'm not naming any names. But in their eyes, I'm the bad guy. All right, Abby, have a good day. Yeah, don't worry about the thumbs downs, Abby. It's YouTube interaction. Those people think that they're hurting your channel by giving you a thumbs down. They're not. So don't worry about that. YouTube sees it as an interaction, and an interaction is a positive thing. Let's talk about calamari. You're silly. Well, it's quiet in the mouse den. Everybody's sleeping. Sleeping or eating. No time for squeaking. Calamari. I've never had calamari, I don't think. What's calamari again? Is that fish eggs? I definitely haven't had that. What vid should you make it? Why don't you, like, you wanted to show your video collection or your game collection? Do that. Oh, it's octopus? I definitely haven't had that. My son has. He's weird. He's not my kid. He likes octopus. Ugh. You can totally make a video of your video or game collection and put that up and speak. Speak in your video. This is this or that is that. Say, I wanted to show you guys my video collection or my game collection. And then as you're showing it, it's squid. Oh, that's even worse. Well, I don't know if it's worse, but I'm pretty sure that my son has had that too. He's weird. um, but yeah, just, narrate what you're showing us. This is called this, and I've had this for this long, or whatever, and this is one of my favorites, and yada yada. Yeah, squid. Squid octopus, all the same. It's slimy. Oh, oh, yuck. No, no, my voice is all weird. Yucky, no. Rubbery, slimy, tentacles stuck in their throat. No, not doing it. Not doing it. I tried oyster once. It was cooked, so it wasn't slimy, but I couldn't. The smell was awful, and even cooked, the texture when I chewed was nasty. And I swallowed some of it, but then the more I chewed it, the worse the texture got, and I couldn't do it. I had to like spit it out. My stomach started to hurt. I can't. Nope. It sounds like I'm a mile away. Oh, it's because I got the volume on my phone, and I'm not as close to it as I could be. Ah! Because then that happens. Yuck, 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 yuck. Rubbery slime, rubbery slimy food is just not my thing. No rubbery slimy things for me. Gotta do yard work today. Yeah, my son's gonna have to mow the lawn this weekend. He was gonna mow someone else's lawn last weekend, and they were gonna pay him $40 to do it. But then it rained the day that they wanted it done, so he didn't get a chance to do it. I don't know if they've already mowed it or if they'll let him do it this weekend. But I was like, if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. $40. I'll put up with the allergies. Stomach's still hurting. Do you have Pepto in the house? Take some Pepto or Tums, the antacid. Keep the flies out of my coffee. I didn't even get to finish my coffee yesterday because a fly decided to go in there and start swimming. I was like, nope, no more coffee for me. We got some little fuzzy legs kicking about. Did that one pinky ever make it? Oh yeah, that one pinky did make it back to the pile. Fighting spirit! Oh my gosh! Hello, stranger. How are you doing? Yes, it has been a minute. It has definitely been a minute. How are you? Hope everything's been good with you. Oh, divorce is hard. Even if you're the one who files, it ends up it's difficult all the way around because I was the one that filed when I got divorced. But the process sucks. So prayers to you for getting through that. I don't know what her plans are. I've been trying to deal with all this on my own. Yeah, I hear you. It is tough when you're doing it on your own. I had to do the same thing because my entire family, like my parents, live 800 miles away from me. Um, so when I was going through my divorce, my family was 800 miles away. Okay, Barry. Crystal's still lurking. She's moving back in with her ex-husband. He's an ex for a reason, is he not? Like, why? I don't understand. I don't know why people do that. Like, you obviously left for a reason. Unless they realized why they got back together or why they were together in the first place. But you're supposed to do that before you get married to somebody else. Yeah, relationships can be sticky. She's got 3 weeks till she has to move out, be a landlord, and I get to stay. Ah. They're not all sleeping now, Barry. There's still some squeaking going on in there and some little wiggling. Yeah, light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it feels like it's going to last forever, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it isn't a train. You will get through it for sure. It's just hard when you go through it. But you can let the experience destroy you, or you can let it make you stronger. And I vote for making you stronger. Oh, awesome! You get to have your daughter. Yay! I'm enjoying it, Crystal. I love just watching them do their thing and being parents. Like, look at Mama. She's being such a good mama. And 4 of those babies aren't even hers, and she's taken them in like they are. She is taking care of them. 2 out of 6 of those babies are hers. The other 4 are not hers, but she's taken them in and she's being a good mama. And the babies that aren't hers are older than her babies. They're the fuzzies that are in there. The fuzzies are not hers, but she is being a very good mama. Why are you upset, Barry? I can't. I gotta work, Crystal, and I'm super bummed out. I'm super bummed out. I don't have the money to for the gas and the eating and the tickets either, so I'm super bummed out. I wanted to go really bad. Oh, don't worry, Barry. Sometimes that happens. I've had mornings where everything went wrong and the day still can get better. Yes, I'm glad you came in, Fighting Spirit. It was good to see you. Thanks for the update, and I'll keep you in my prayers for with through that divorce because I know it isn't easy. Have a good day, Fighting Spirit. Take care. I regret eating that. There's a lot you regret eating. I mean, jelly sauce, um, 13, 13 years expired pancakes. What else? I'm just teasing you, Barry. Yeah, it's next. I gotta work this weekend. I gotta work next weekend. The whole weekend. Yeah, I'm bummed out over it. I wanted to go. I've wanted to go since like the Aquashella last fall or summer because it was in August last time. I was like, ooh, I'm going to the next one because it's gonna be in Chicago. And yeah, it's okay. I do a lot of dumb things. Who doesn't? Raise your hand if you've never done a dumb thing. I can't raise my hand. We all get dull sometimes. Using the metaphor for the sharpest tool in the shed, we're not always the sharp. We're not always very sharp. Forgot how to raise my hand. You can't raise your hand. You just said you do dumb things. You can't raise it. You can only raise your hand if you've never done a dumb thing. And see, so far there are no hands. Pickles don't, yeah, I don't even have hands. I'm a pickle. I'm gonna go get an orange. All right. I think we still have oranges too. My husband bought oranges when I was sick, and I think I had one orange. I'm not real fond of. I'll drink orange juice, but I'm not real fond of oranges themselves. But he bought oranges. He says they're better for me than orange juice. So he actually like peeled an orange and like broke it into pieces, and he was like, "Here, eat it." Wow, that was fast. Yeah, I don't like the ones with seeds either. No, I don't like a lot of pulp. Right next to my kitchen. It's not that I don't like oranges. I'm just not as fond when it comes to the fruits I like. That's on my not as much list. Apples for sure I like. Apples and bananas, plums, kiwi, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, watermelon, honeydew melon, cantaloupe. I love all that. Cranberry juice will help you with that business. Cranberry juice. Excuse me. You don't have, you'll have to get some cranberry juice. That definitely helps clean you out and go to the bathroom. Yeah, the little one wiggling, wiggling. They're definitely energetic. They don't know where they are or what they're doing or where they're going, but they'll move. All right, Barry. I poor kid. Oh, geez. So, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because I got to work at 3. I need to go through and feed everybody. Obviously, the mice are fine. They got water, they got food, they're nursing, they're sleeping, they're doing their thing. But I got to go through and do everybody else and myself. And yeah, before I got to go to work. So I will be back live again Monday. I won't be doing tomorrow because I have to be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will talk with all of you later. Bye.